Hey ladies and gents, welcome to my reaction of the FIFA 23 official deep dive trailer gameplay. This is going to be basically a breakdown video where I cut through all the faff and to focus on the key messages from the team and then give you my opinion. They start off talking about Hypermotion 2, which is the 11 vs 11 match capture with machine learning. This time they've captured twice as much as they did in FIFA 22. They also focused on a few specific drills which allows them to capture more data in less time than say a 90-minute match. The first of these was the shooting drills, which will be a feature later on as they talk about the introduction of Parashots. The next drill was the goalkeepers and also a heavy focus on 1 vs 1s and dribbling, with a focus not only on the attacking player but the defender too and the jockey motion. They stated that there's over 6,000 new true-to-life football animations. The Hypermotion 2 capture was also used for a women's 11 vs 11 match, as the game now features women's club football teams. Now, whilst this isn't a mode I'll play myself, I know it is watched by over 13 million people around the world. They said that one of the biggest changes you'll notice this year is the dribbling is much different. You can interrupt animations with the left arm stick to allow you to create body feints, and now it features additional foot planting. Whilst they used machine learning to capture defenders' jockey animations, and the in-game effect will see defenders going to be more intelligent when jockeying using lateral movement when defending. Then they went on to talk about Accelerate, which is all about the player acceleration, and that there are 3 different types: explosive, controlled and length. On top of that, they now have signature run styles. So with the 3 different types of acceleration, there's also going to be different visual running styles, which FIFA has been screaming out for ages to give you that true to life player ID. Parashot is a new high risk, high reward shot. This sounds very familiar to eFootball's stunning shots, but should be a welcome addition if pulled off just right as it was in eFootball, until they nerfed it in future patches. Composed ball control allows you to tee the ball up for a volley or bicycle kick. All the set pieces have been redesigned. They didn't mention corners, but they spoke about penalties, and penalties takers now have a circular shaped composure bar, allowing you to a more precise shot, which is going to allow you greater accuracy, and this is going to in turn allow you to add more power to your penalty. Free kicks look much improved, where you can choose where you're striking the ball with the rattle stick, whilst the defender or defending teams can place a defender to lie behind the wall to prevent those low shot free kicks. They've now added a hard slide tackle, which is going to allow you to clear the ball far away from danger, and they've added new animations to elite defenders, allowing them to stand out a little bit more. The goalkeeper reaction times are now impacted by the line of sight, so if their vision is blocked, they're going to be a bit slower to react. To be honest, I can't believe this hasn't been in the feature sooner, because this has been in PES for as long as I can remember. Goalkeepers will now claim aerial balls more effectively, which is something they need to work on from FIFA 22, as goalkeepers will be keen to punch the ball back into dangerous areas. Goalkeepers who are reaching for the ball and push the ball away with their fingers, you're now going to see that finger deformation as the ball makes contact. And this is a very nice touch in replays, but it's something you're not going to notice actually probably in the game as it's happening live. You will also notice that these physics will happen with defenders too. You'll see that the defenders' thighs shake as the ball cannons off them. It seems crazy to me, but apparently they've only just added left-footed skill moves. Surely this can't be true. Anyway, now Mahrez can perform an elastico skill, and he's going to use his left foot. They've made the fake shot only available to elite players, which I do find bizarre, as this is one of the easiest and most used skills in world football. But from a game perspective, I can understand why they did this. I've seen so many people fake spam shots in FIFA and eFootball that something had to be done. Personally, I'd like to see a higher chance of losing the ball randomly each time, so the more times you use it, the greater chance you have of losing the ball. It sounds like they've only added one new skill move, which is the heel fake to the ball roll, which does look very slick, and I think this is going to be very useful, especially in the wide areas and getting your opponent into thinking you're going to cut back, similar to the effect that the draw and open has in eFootball. For me personally, it sounds like a lot of changes, but I think the impact will be minimal actually on the pitch, and we're going to basically more or less see an improved or slightly improved version of FIFA 22, which isn't a bad thing, as I'm really starting to enjoy FIFA 22 since the last patch. Hypermotion 2 sounds great, as it did Hypermotion in FIFA 22, but just remember when we had all that incredibleness in day one, and then they literally took Hypermotion out in the first patch. However, the 6,000 new animations certainly isn't to be sniffed at. If you know me, then you know I love skills and I love dribbling, so to hear that they've added the ability to interrupt your dribble with additional foot planting, hopefully we'll see less left stick craziness and a more measured approach, and from what we've seen on the screen, it does look really good. To combat and balance that, I really do like the machine learning, which was going to enhance the jockeying ability. Players are going to move laterally intelligently to combat the new dribbling mechanic, and one-on-ones, attacker versus defender, definitely seems to be the focus this year and could be really exciting. They've now added Parashots, which sounds like a rip-off from eFootball, but if implemented right, could be a very nice mechanic, as we saw in eFootball until they nerfed it with patches. I'm not so fussed about the composed shot, because in real life you don't normally have time to tee the ball up for a volley or bicycle kick, unless you're Martial, because no matter how close that dude is to goal, he always takes a touch. Loving the new overhauled set piece system, because I didn't understand the last one, if I'm being brutally honest. This one makes much more sense, but however it does look like it could be slightly overpowered. The new penalty system looks okay. I don't think any game really has got penalties right. If you guys can name the best game for a penalty kick in a game, then let me know down in the comments below. One of the biggest additions for me is the 3 different types of acceleration, as well as the signature run styles. Hopefully they will build upon this instead of just focusing on the superstars, as FIFA has lacked severe player ID over the years, and now it sounds like they've actually cottoned on. The deformation of the goalkeeper's fingers and players' feet, thighs when the ball makes contact is a nice touch, but nothing you're going to notice until you see the replay. Now, I've been on Twitter just to get a little bit of feedback from the community just now, and to be honest, people are having a full-on wank over like the finger deformation of the goalkeepers when the ball makes contact, and that's all well and good, but they need to get the basics right. The fact that, you know, these crosses, they haven't mentioned like about the crosses or the heading. How can you head the ball harder than the cross that's being put in? It's literally, it's almost impossible. Maybe you get a little bit more power, but not the amount of power that you see in FIFA. It's absolutely ridiculous. And the floated crosses that come in sometimes, if you don't use the R1 or right bumper, honestly, it's absolutely awful. So they got to get the basics right first. And, you know, I'm seeing some of the gameplay here and I'm seeing some of the crosses, and they still look like they haven't been fixed. It still looks like it's all a little bit too floaty. You know, they got to get the ball physics right for the crosses. Everything else isn't too bad. People say the passes are too quick, but when you measure that against actual in real life passes and the speed between each player, it's usually around the average pass, depending on the distance between the player and the ball, is usually around 1.5 to 2 seconds. And that's pretty much what it is in FIFA. So whilst people like to complain about the pass speed and all the rest of it and ping pong passing, that's fine. But it's the speed that players control the ball, which is, you know, which brings on this sort of ping pong passes. Anyway, what I wanted to do is hear your thoughts about the trailer. What do you guys think? Have you been impressed? And let me know what you're going to be playing. Are you going to be playing FIFA 23? Are you fed up of eFootball? Are you going to be sticking with PES 21? I mean, for me personally, I can't go back to PES 21. I've been playing eFootball 2022, and I think that's, for me personally, I don't know why. I don't know if I'm enjoying the online aspect or I'm fed up in Master League, but for me, eFootball 2022 is probably, alongside FIFA 22, because now I've played FIFA 22 with the latest patch, is probably like, I'm flicking between the two, and also PES 2018, as you've probably been aware. But sadly, my PES 2018 Master League is, you're not going to believe this, guys, but I actually fucking forgot to save the actual Master League that I was doing, so it's sort of killed that one for me personally. But, you know, maybe I could do that on a live stream. But overall, you know, looking at this game, it's got some really nice touches. It does look good. I will be picking it up. I will be reviewing it. But we all know what's going to happen. The game's probably going to be half decent on release, and then the first patch will literally just rip out the Hypermotion 2, rip out all the nice additions they've added, speed up the gameplay to appease those pro players, and it's just going to be a complete mess. Anyway, that is all from me, ladies and gents. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to pre-order now, and you can get a little bit of bonus or saving if you still have FIFA 22. That's all from me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.